Your spirit guides are always there. They're always listening and they're always supporting you. They're often trying to send you messages as well. What are those messages? Well, let's talk about that in this video. So what is it that they're trying to tell you? The most important thing, and the one that's probably the most obvious, is that they love you. They care about you very deeply. They are always there to support you. And they love you so much, of course, they love you unconditionally. That means that no matter what you do in this life, they are still there to give you all of the possible support that they can. Well, what does support mean? We'll get into that in a minute. Just remember that if you're having trouble with other people in your 3D experience, maybe it's your family or your friends or other relationships, know that they can never even come close to loving you as much as your spirit guides do. Another major thing that they might be trying to tell you right now is that they are there to help you. They are standing by to deliver you any request you might have. And even if that doesn't feel like it's true, especially if you've been asking for things and you're suffering from who knows what negative entity attachments or so many other possibilities, then there just might be a trick or another approach that you can use to get them to hear what you have to say. And it's not so much about them hearing it, it's about your mental state. So you can check right here for a link to that video that describes that in more detail. But if you're like me, I often forget that they're there. I often forget to ask for help because I really believe that I'm here to experience all that this world has to offer, including all the challenges and all the difficulties, as well as seeing the world where everything happens for you, not to you, makes you less of a victim and more open to however things go. And that's generally how I am. So when they actually come to me and they say, hey, don't forget, we're here to help you. You can ask us for anything. I say, oh, right. Okay. Yes, that's true. But gosh, I'm having a great time. I am challenged. I have triumphs. I have everything in between. And it's okay exactly as it is. So the other question you might have is, well, how do I talk to them? How do I make requests? And I can't say exactly how you're going to experience it. But that's the beauty of it, is that everybody has their own spiritual connection and their own methods for communicating with their guides or activating their spiritual gifts. It might be that it's a meditative state that you go into. It might be just a whim that you have. So you've got to kind of experiment and try different things. But what I can tell you is how it works for me. All I do is I go into a meditative state and I wait until I feel the presence of my guides. Usually this comes through some sort of body tingle, often in my forehead. So once I feel them there, then I might say something just as simple as, I have a request. And they know that in that moment, what I'm asking for is something that I really want them to manifest for me. And the way that I know that this works is the first time this happened, they came to me and they had that request. They said, hey, you can do anything that you want. We're here to help you. We are your spirit team. And I said, well, yeah, but I don't really need anything. And they said, no, really, come on, try it. I said, okay, fine. I had a piece of property that I had lived in that I wasn't able to sell. I'd already moved out of it and couldn't get rid of it because it was shortly after that real estate crash. And nobody was interested in the house. I hadn't had a showing yet or anything. It had been on the market for maybe over a month. And I said, okay, fine. Then go ahead and sell this property for me. And they said immediately, we'll have an offer for you by the weekend. Well, okay, great. I'm excited to see what happens. What happened? One day later, I had an offer and they bought the property and it went through the entire closing process with no hitch whatsoever. So that really taught me how powerful they are and how they really wanted to help. So open yourself up to the miracle that is your connection to your spirit guides. Your method is probably going to be completely different from mine. And if you are mired with lower vibrational emotional frequencies, if you are struggling with life, if you are doubting in yourself and your abilities, it's going to be extra challenging for you. But they're still there and they're still waiting for you to do the part, your part, to get to the point where your vibration is high, you have stepped into your power, and here they'll be, ready to help you in any way that they possibly can. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful, and there are so many more videos on the channel that I recommend that you check out. I love you unconditionally, and I'll see you in the next video.